Hey, welcome to Sipper Social Club. I'm Jeremy, and today I have the Michters Toasted Barrel Rye coming in at 53.6% ABV. That seems a tad low for something barrel proof. I'll let you know why when I nose it, taste it, and give it a mark. Alright, this is a 2020 bottling batch number 20G1669. This spends its first maturation in a virgin oak barrel and then finished in a toasted barrel. You see that happening quite a bit in the whiskey industry these days. Let's see how this one is on the nose. So lots of sweetness, nuttiness, a little spiciness going on with this. Really nice on the nose. You get like a hazelnut, roasted nut kind of combo. A little bit of chocolate, and sweetness comes through. Maple syrup for sure. I mean, really nice sweet notes, some vanilla in there, oak of course. The oak in here, I'd say more kind of like sweet to dry-ish in character. Man, yeah, this nose is really nice. I'd say as far as the rye spice is concerned, pretty mild as far as a rye is concerned. I'll touch on that later. Let's go palate first. Really great sweet and spice dichotomy going on with this. Butterscotch, again that like maple kind of syrup note, cinnamon, rye spice, kind of combo goes really well together. And the finish hits you with this like brown sugar note, nice and sweet, like a really sweet marshmallow, like kind of melted marshmallow note. That hazelnut kind of like continues on from the nose to the palate to the finish as well. I mean, really, really nice stuff. Again, with some more sweetness, vanilla icing comes through to me on the finish. Love that note. And even maybe like a little bit of red fruit, and like a little bit of like strawberry, raspberry perhaps in there as well. Quite a powerful finish. This thing does hit you on that finish, lets you know that it's there. Like I said before, ABV on this, 53.6. Seems a tad low for something barrel proof. You know, you expect maybe a couple more proof points there. Maybe like, 56, 57, 58, all the way up to, 65, some of these barrel proofs things. Michters has a lower entry proof, so they don't barrel quite as high as other distilleries might. This is more kind of like a smoother, more rich kind of profile. I think it works really well here. It's a really great kind of like back and forth, like I said, like a kind of dichotomy between the spice and the sweetness. I think it's balanced really, really well. Does a really good job of delivering. I mentioned before the rye spice in here. I'd say that this is a rye, so you're looking at least 51% rye in the mash bill. I'd say it's not too much more than that. I'd say that, the amount of rye in this mash bill, probably 60 or below, in my opinion. So, somewhere maybe in that 51 to 60 range, because you don't get too much rye in here. It almost kind of drinks more of kind of like a bourbon, like a high rye bourbon, than it does a straight rye whiskey. So yeah, that finish definitely is powerful for sure. Water, I tried adding water in this, doesn't really necessarily bring down that power. It does kind of change the oak profile to me. Didn't quite necessarily like that. So I do prefer it neat, but yeah, definitely be prepared to get that heat on the finish. Not overpowering, just letting you know that it's there a little bit. Definitely a whiskey for the whiskey drinker. It's got that power, it's got that spice, it's got that sweetness, good balance. They've done a great job with this. Definitely a big fan of Michters, their limited releases. Everything I've had so far has been really, really good. Score-wise for me in this one, I'm going 88.5 out of 100. Now let's talk value. I paid a lot of money for this, as Michters limited releases are hard to find. Retail price, I think around 85 US dollars. I paid 250 Canadian dollars for this. I feel like I overpaid, but finding these things in the wild, they don't bring them into Ontario, not this specific release anyway. Some stores out in Alberta do carry it, but they do charge a premium. Haven't seen these sell for retail before, so the secondary market was my only option of acquiring this. Did a live with Mash and Drum Whiskey in the Six, picked this one as my favorite, and it had the recently reviewed Joseph Magnus cigar blend. I picked this over that, even though I'm scoring this one less than I scored the cigar blend. I just think with more analysis, more time with the bottle, that night I preferred it, but I think that cigar blend is a better pour, in my opinion. This one's great though. Value, I'm taking off 1.5 points because I paid $2.50 Canadian for this. Of course, at retail price, you're looking at an auto buy, but secondary market price, not quite sure. It commands as much as they sometimes get for it. So bring this down to an 87 out of 100. Let me know what you think. Michters in general, some of their more limited stuff is just so good, unfortunately. Hard to find. What do you think of the rye whiskeys? And let me know what your opinion on the percentage of rye in the mash bill. For me on this one, it seems like it's quite low. Let me know your thoughts if you had this one before. As always, thank you so much for watching, really much appreciated. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button to get more content just like this. I'll see you next time. Cheers.